Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you are most definitely welcome. If you are not new here, then welcome back, guys. I mean, yeah. Thank you so much for the support that y'all guys have been showing me on my videos of late. It's been wonderful. You guys are so amazing. Today, we are doing something that's a little bit fun, you know, while doing our makeup. Kind of like a story time, get ready with me. So first of all, I'm just going to be going with some of my Eco Styler gel, and I'm going to be using this to lay the edges of this wig. And for those of you that are skeptical, yes, it does hold. So this wig, basically it comes, okay, I've used this wig multiple times. I've never had to curl or straighten or pretty much add anything except, you know, the gel that I use to lay my edges, but I've pretty much not had to do anything to this wig since it arrived. The curls are still the same curls it came with, and when it came pre-plucked, and the baby hairs were already, you know, there, so I didn't have to do any of that stuff. All I had to do was just put on the wig and lay my edges, and that was it. So it's super affordable. For those of you that are wondering, no, it is not human hair. It is called fiber hair. And honestly speaking, I recommend it. If you are looking to purchase this hair, you can, you know, go to my Instagram, send me a little DM, you know, and yeah, we can talk some business. But yeah, this hair is super affordable, and I'll leave my Instagram handle in the description box for those of you who are interested in this hair. Okay, so this hair, basically it is called fiber hair. It is not human hair. It looks, and okay, it doesn't necessarily look per se, but it's close to human hair. You can restyle it, you can color it, you can straighten it, you can, you know, curl it some more if you want. You can change the curls and all. And you see this part, the wig comes pre-plucked just like this. This is a T-part wig, but it comes pre-plucked. The baby hairs and everything are already set by the time you receive the wig. So I mean, it's pretty easy to use. It's very much beginner friendly for people who really don't have any experience with wigs at all. It is really good. It shines. My goodness, I haven't had to add anything to this hair ever since I got it. The curls that you see, those are the curls it came with, and I've been wearing this hair like quite frequently over the past 2 weeks, and the curls are still there. I've been combing and brushing it, and you know, it's just, I'm in love with it. This is 24 inches, I believe, and it is super inexpensive. So if you guys are looking, you know, to purchase this hair, you can go straight to the description box and follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, and we can talk some business. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and lay my edges. Yeah, today we're gonna be discussing coming to China and the misconceptions of coming to China. Okay, so in my experience anyways. So first of all, China was not really on the agenda for me, hey, in the beginning. It was just something that kind of happened. You know, I was in the process of applying to uni, and a friend of mine at the time, back in high school, was like, girl, let's go to China. And at first I was a bit like, what? Nah, I'll pass. But I guess a few months passed, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I want to change the scenery. And I've always been, you know, very intrigued by Chinese culture and the fact that they drink a lot of tea, and I'm a tea person too. So I was like, okay, this should be fun. Let's go experience a new culture while getting a degree, you know? See how life is in China, you know? And yeah, so that's how I ended up in China. And honestly speaking, during the whole application process, it was super easy. I came through an agent, so she handled everything. All I had to do was tell her what I wanted and stuff. But here's where things started getting a little bit complicated, was when I told her the course I wanted to apply for anything involving investment, you know. So they were like, okay, no, sorry, we don't have such a course description here, but what we have is this and this and this, but it's a pretty close second. The course is International Economics and Trade. And I was like, okay, not so bad. You know, I was like, okay, I think I can work with that. So I didn't actually believe I was gonna go. So everything was just, being done for in case sakes, or in casity, like we say in Nigeria, in case of incasity. So I'm just gonna tie this down so it has, time to dry and stay in place while I do my makeup. But yeah, so we put in the application, and about a month later, she comes to telling me, okay, yeah, so I was accepted, blah, 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 blah. And she walks me through the procedure. And initially, I wasn't planning on going. But when that all happened, I was like, oh, wow, okay, I think I want to go, actually. And then my mom wasn't really having it, but she supported me anyways. And I ended up, in China. But before I got here, I did make a few inquiries regarding certain things that I was, having questions about. Number one being, would I have to study Chinese when I get here? And they were like, no, you wouldn't have to, because your degree is going to be in English, or your courses are going to be in English, and, so there's no need for you to study Chinese. So you wouldn't need to at all. And I was like, okay, good. That sounds like a plan. You understand? And then I also asked concerning the accommodation. So we're all meant to stay in the dorms, but I had a question like, during the holidays, if you don't leave the dorms, do you have to pay like extra accommodation fee and all that stuff? And the answer was like, no. The holidays are included in your general accommodation fee and whatnot. So it was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. It was literally like a unicorn wrapped in a bow. It was perfect, which should have been my first, red flag. Nothing is that perfect. And so, yeah, I got my preparations in place, and a few months later, boom, I was in China, right? I arrived at night. It was so beautiful, and there were bright lights, and I was like, wow, so this is the place, and we're finally here. Everything was good until I went to sleep and woke up, and the first thing I noticed is the place looks nothing like it does at night. At night, there's lights lining the buildings. It just gives it this very Vegas feel, and then you wake up in the morning to reality that it's not so flashy. So that wasn't too bad. I get on a train, spend about 4 hours on a train from Beijing to my city, and yeah, I finally arrive and I get registered and everything. And considering the fact that they had told me I wasn't going to study Chinese, what I found weird was that the very first set of textbooks I received were Chinese textbooks. I kid you not. There were Chinese textbooks, and immediately I was like, I think you have this wrong, because I was told I wouldn't need to study Chinese at all. And they're like, oh, no, it's not wrong. Here's the thing. You're going to have to study Chinese for 1 semester because, you're new to China and you need to learn the language so you can, coexist, or you can live normally in China. So just a little bit, just for 1 semester. It's nothing serious. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. They don't speak much English here. So that means I'm going to have to learn how to, get by in the local language. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then, okay, we begin. And then I noticed that I had more Chinese classes than I had classes for my major. And I was like, okay, in a week, we would have maybe 8 to 10 Chinese classes and only 1 class for a major during the week, which was very, weird, considering the fact that I actually didn't come here to study Chinese. But okay, we were going along with it because we thought these Chinese people were actually trustworthy, because that was, the image they always painted for themselves since we got here. That no, Chinese people are this, Chinese people are that. Chinese people, they go according to what they tell you. So, you don't have to worry about anything because they're quite trustworthy and stuff. So we're all like, okay, yeah, that initial excitement. And then one semester passed and we were expecting the Chinese to end. But no, it didn't. It just went from bad to worse, And now they were telling us that there's a Chinese proficiency exam we have to take called the HSK, right? Basically. And they were like, no, you have to take this exam. It's nothing serious, It's just for the Chinese people to know how good your Chinese is, and maybe it will open you up to more scholarships and whatnot, and maybe more opportunities for you to do your master's if you do decide to do it in China. So, guys, I will have all the products that I'm using listed in the description box. So do not mind me. I'm just, scaling through. Yeah. So they were like, it's nothing serious, don't worry about it. So why are we still doing Chinese? You guys told us, we're only gonna do Chinese for one semester. And they're like, yeah, we'll explain it to you later. And that was the point where we realized Chinese people are very good at dodging questions. So when you ask them a question that maybe makes them feel uncomfortable, maybe they've lied to you and now the truth is beginning to come out, but they have no explanation or any more lies to tell you, they run away, they disappear. So yeah, we continued with the Chinese. First year finished, we're still doing Chinese. Second year comes, we're still doing Chinese. And in second year, now they're telling us, you see, okay, so that proficiency exam. Okay, guys, I can't really do my concealer and speak at the same time, so I'm just going to do this and then I'll be back. So yeah, they came through telling us, okay, look, those exams that we were telling you have to take, if you don't pass them, you're not graduating. And we're like, excuse me? We were told we wouldn't have to take Chinese at all. So why is it a Chinese exam now that determines if we graduate or not? It makes absolutely no sense, which means you guys have known all of this all along, and this was all a setup because you were just trying to keep us here long enough to trap us, So we're in our second year or third year, and then now we can't really change anymore. So we're just forced to deal with what you guys are dishing out. And some of us already knew that if it was to learn if it was to learn the language enough to take an exam, a proficiency exam like that, then we weren't going to be able to, pull it off, which is why we asked before coming. But these people, they lied to us and then they got us here and they tried to trap us, which was a serious problem, which is like, okay, no, everybody was pissed off, as they should be. Okay, guys, I also had to go apply my lashes off camera because I'm not yet used to doing my lashes with nails on. So yeah, that was a bit of a hassle, but we're back now. So to continue off from where we left off. So basically, these people, they, dropped the ball on us, basically. They're like, for you to graduate, you need to pass these exams. So now, fast forward, I'm in my fourth year. I'm about to graduate in 7 months. Okay, now fast forward, now I'm in my fourth year and I'm still doing Chinese. So if you think you're gonna come to China and only do Chinese for 6 months, it's a big lie, because nah, that's not what happened. And that's just on, the whole pretenses to get you here. And then, eventually I was like, you know what, I've had enough of this. And when I was about to start my third year, I was about to go back to South Africa, because I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I went to the office to go ask for my transcripts, and these people flat out threatened me. They flat out threatened me, and they were like, if we give you your transcripts, we're going to deregister you immediately, and then you're only gonna have 3 days to leave China. And I was like, excuse me? And she's like, yeah, so do you still want your transcripts or are you staying? So basically, that's to tell you, she knew what she was doing. She knew she was threatening me. And I think the reason she went to such a desperate, measure was that semester a lot of people were leaving because a lot of people were legit done with this nonsense. They didn't want to have any more of it. So, yeah, she threatened me, and I was like, you know what? I don't even have admission yet at that school because I need my transcripts for that. So, I was forced to stay. And yeah, then comes to the other part. Varsity in China is not like varsity everywhere else. We're just gonna take this off first. Let's see what the edges look like, and so that I can also apply my foundation properly. Yeah, okay. They're laid. The graduation side. And then we get here and, we were being given curfews. So China's not like every other country where in varsity you officially become your own person, Here they keep an eye on you. They check up on you in your apartments. They come to check and see how you're taking care of the apartments. They do inspections. They give you curfews. And there's a serious issue with noise. So if you make too much noise in the dorms, you get fined or you get a warning. And if you get 3 warnings, then you get expelled, for noise. Yeah. So, if you think you're coming to China and you're going to live your best life because what not, this is where you realize that you are still their property. You have no liberties. Although that really didn't work out because, Africans, you can never tell Africans what to do. You can never tell Africans what to do because we had a curfew of 10 p.m. And honestly speaking, no one ever kept to that curfew. And eventually they did let us be because at first they were very, strict about it. You were fined if you were caught on cameras coming in later than 10 p.m. But still, people would be in the dorms till like 12, and then around 12 they would jump the fence and go out, and go have a good time, and then they come back and face the consequences, And eventually, I think the Chinese people realize you really can't stop these people from doing whatever the hell they want to do. They will still do what they want to do. So they eventually calmed down. And then, yeah. So those of you who are thinking of coming to China, these are all things you really need to hear so that in case you're coming, you are making like a really informed decision to show up. Because, we were the first group of international students at my school. So we had it hard because there was no precedent for us to understand, okay, so yeah, this is how things work and this is what's going to be happening. Or for us to be told, okay, nah, these people lying to you and this is what's really going to happen, There was none of that for us. So we pretty much had to figure everything out on our own. And then okay guys, so my favorite thing to do to set my under eyes is I first of all go in with some baby powder. I know how it sounds, but I find that it gives me this really nice, matte, kind of filtered look. over my makeup. Like, I don't need to use a filter because it already looks like I have a filter over my face. So I really love doing this, and I feel like you guys can try it and let me know how it works for you guys. But yeah, it has been tried and tested, and I believe you guys are gonna see what I mean. Like, when I'm done with this, I'm just gonna blend out the creases under my eye, because yeah, y'all guys already know the stuff. I don't need to repeat myself every time. So yeah, just going to press it in, you know. Kind of looks like this thin veil, you know. And then after I do this, for those areas that I highlighted, I go over it with my face powder. And mind you, this face powder is kind of a little, it's a bit like, it's a bit lighter, finally. It's a bit lighter than I am. So yeah, it kind of still helps you look like you highlighted your face. And it doesn't look cakey at all. It just, but I know for sure I'm not the only one who can see like this matte, you know, veil over my makeup. And I love it. I live for it, you know? I'm also gonna set my eyebrows because, you know, I have really oily eyebrows. So, you know. Yeah. So now I'm just going to go over it. This is the shade that I'm using. Like I said, it's a bit lighter than me. So yeah, just lightly brush it over, because we're not looking for, you know, too much coverage. We just want to make sure that we don't look ashy. And in the case where we go out at night, I want to take pictures, there's no flashback. You understand? This is how we manage that. So I'm just going to lightly sweep this all over the areas that I highlighted, and my nose. I don't really like to do too much to my nose because I actually don't want to change the way my nose looks. I'm quite okay with it. You guys will excuse me if you keep seeing me looking away from the camera, because I'm actually looking at myself at the screen. I'm looking at myself on the screen, and it's kind of acting like a mirror for me. So yeah. Where were we? I was telling a story, wasn't I? I totally forgot about that. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go in with this palette right here, and I'm going to be using this shade to contour my face and this as a blush. It is an eyeshadow palette, yes. And also this beautiful brush here, I'm going to be using it to, you know, carve out my cheekbones. And we're going to do this with very light strokes, you know. We don't want it to look harsh. We want it to look nice, blended, and natural. As natural as possible anyways. Because that's what I'm going for with this look. This is my new everyday routine, you know. So, yeah, we're killing 3 birds with 1 stone. I don't know how we're doing it, but we're killing 3 birds with 1 stone, okay? So, yeah. You can see that contour is coming through already. I think I need some more. Just around here. Yeah. And I'm just gonna do the same over here. And you know, just blend, 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 blend. Oh, man. Do you see that cheekbone? Look snatched. Now I'm just gonna put some of this just, yeah, on my jawline. On my jawline. On my jawline, on my jawline, on my jawline. Blend this out nicely, nicely. Next, I'm gonna go in with this brush and I'm gonna use it to apply the shade that I use for the blush. It's very light orange, burnt orange actually. And yes, yes, come through. Bring some color back to my face. Has this sort of glow to it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I shall be going in with some highlighter, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. It's called Hot Sand, and I will be going in with this fan brush and, you know, just sweeping it all over my cheeks. Come through, highlight. Like, come through. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's over for y'all. I'm gonna do the same here. Gonna put some on the bridge of my nose. Yes, that's what we're talking about. And now I'm also gonna highlight my brow bone area. Just a little bit. Okay, so now that I'm done, I'm gonna finish the story. Yeah, I'm sorry, it was distracting me a lot, so I had to finish first. But yeah, so pretty much you are being watched like a hawk, you know, and if you don't go according to what they want you to go according to, you are going to find yourself in many very uncomfortable situations. So yeah, this is just basic stuff you need to know before coming. You know, make up your mind that, okay, is it worth it for you? Is this the kind of life you want to live? But life in China also has its good part. Life in China also has its good parts, hey? But yeah, that is it. And I'm so thankful to you guys for watching till the end. If you watch till the end, because at this point I probably would have left myself. But yeah, thank you for watching, and love you guys. I am so feeling this look. Like, so guys, if y'all guys want, you know, the hair, this hair, these lashes, or any other lashes for that matter, you know where to hit your girl up. Like I said, I will leave the I will leave my Instagram handle in the description box, so y'all guys can go follow me on Instagram and then DM me and let me know what it is that you want, and then I'm gonna hook you up, okay? Well, until next time, guys, I love you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and let me know what type of videos you guys will want to see in the future. And as y'all guys already know, man, I love you guys so much. Thank you again for your continued support, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one. I just want to be happy tonight.